Tonight, from Ford Field in Detroit,
so the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. To the outside, that's complete to Williams. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. So 8 yards on the completion there, and that'll bring up a second down in just a couple.
A man who was the Georgia State High School Player of the Year in 2020. Here's Jahmyr Gibbs.
The numbers for him from a week ago: 19 carries, just shy of 140 yards, and a touchdown.
I think he's exactly where he wants to be coming into a game, partner, because he has to still be riding the momentum from last week when he broke the century mark in rushing and had one of his best individual efforts of the season. I would expect that there's more from him on the way after that type of a game, and I know his teammates and coaches, they feel exactly the same way.
So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 down at the 33.
Out of the gun, they'll give to Gibbs.
And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Play action. It's Goff. Eluding the pressure right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing to no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
Here, look at this Baltimore defense.
And they played well against the pass, currently ranked 7th in the NFL.
Yeah, this has been a good defense, but they're going to have to really prove it in this one because guess what? They're facing the #1 passing offense in the NFL. It's definitely a prove-it day for them.
And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the 1st.
Bates' kick is good.
And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
4-4, their record through 8 games on the season. Would you say that this team has overperformed, underperformed, or are they kind of right where you thought that they would be?
Do you mind if I say yes, yes, and yes? Because ultimately to me, 4-4 is about where they should be because we've seen weeks where they've been really, really good. They've looked terrific. Other weeks where we've wondered just how good is this team? They want to be consistent in their play, not consistently inconsistent, which is what they've been thus far.
Here's Goff now on 2nd down. Open man right side is St. Brown.
Down the right sideline.
Touchdown, Detroit. All right, the offense back on the field here. Let's see what they can do on this play.
St. Brown in motion right.
First carry now for David Montgomery. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. And they're trying to line up quickly here. Goff urging them on. 2nd and 6. Now that'll be caught by St. Brown. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And that'll bring us to a 3rd and 4.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know.
This offense ready to get back out there as they'll have the football to start the 3rd quarter. On 2nd down, Montgomery. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Now a play fake, and it's gone. Rolling to his right.
That is caught by Laporta.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 34.
Gibbs straight ahead.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a 1st down again. From the red zone now, Goff. And in for the Lions, touchdown. Sam Laporta, and 8. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over.
Drive starts with a run from Gibbs.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of 1st downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10.
Straight ahead with Gibbs here.
And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
Goff's throw going into the hands of Williams.
And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 25-yard line.
Setting up the screen, this is Gibbs.
And he's out of bounds, almost gets to the 10. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Back now at Ford Field. It's the Lions trailing, but with possession of the football as we get set to bring you the 4th quarter. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff.
Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Both offenses have been clicking in this one. A lot of points on the board. We'll see if that trend continues. To Montgomery to begin the drive. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. First target, first catch.
John Harbaugh never shy about bringing out the red challenge flag. Winds up a very good call there defensively to challenge that one, as that now will wind up an incomplete pass.
Throwing on 3rd, Goff. Flush to his right.
Pass to the sideline and pulled in.
And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. 1st down for the Lions on a nice pickup of 18 yards.
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
Back to the ground, this time Montgomery. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. And the offense moving quickly to the line. first down, they run again. Here's Montgomery. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 32-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
To throw on 2nd down is Goff. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
Trying to get a big strike right there and hopefully tie this game up in the late going. But the coverage was there, and this winds up incomplete.
Here's Goff. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. They're going to hurry back to the line now. To the air again. Goff. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. Goff. Sliding out of the pocket. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That's a pretty play there. Got in at the last second, helped force the ball free, and kept them out of the end zone.
2nd and 10.
Now Goff.
This to Laporta, right side. And he'll get positive yardage there as he'll be touched down. If you've been waiting all day for this Sunday nighter's been worth the wait. It's 3rd down here.
Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up 4th down here.
Desperation time for Goff on 4th. Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And this one's going to go out of bounds, so no recovery. But on 4th down, a change of possession anyway. The Lions... They'll try and choose some clock with Henry. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. A lot of bulk out there, as you might expect, on that D-line to try to stop the run on 2nd down.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. This is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Here's Jackson.
That's going deep for Bateman.
A leap, and he's got it. He got it. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Jackson options out left. The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. A 20th carry now for Derrick Henry. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line.
And, CD, you look at this defense, what kind of pressure are they under trying to stop a team that has won 5 games in a row?
Well, to me, it makes their job harder because you know you're going up against an offense that's playing at an elite level.
Oh, no, he lost the football. And this is scooped up by the Lions. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway.
Through the middle of the field.
And can you believe this? A big mistake leads to a defensive touchdown, and they're a point away from tying this thing up. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the fourth. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee, and they'll start things out at the 25.
Baltimore about ready to go on offense. Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. We'll see what they can do.
And you're right about that, because if we look at it in macro, that's what it looks like. But I think in micro, the head coach has already asked the special teams coach, what is he feeling? What does he think? Where does he want the football? What's the yard line we have to get? And he's already relayed that to his quarterback and his offense. They know what the goal is. Now the key, can they get there?
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. The Ravens send their punter out now as he'll kick it away for the second time. This is taken at the 23. And we have free football. Overtime. Here we go, my friend.
And the way this game played out, this is exactly how it should end, going to overtime, because neither one got an advantage today.
And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
All set up for them right now, Charles. Opening possession of overtime. They've got the football. They also obviously have this home crowd behind them in a big way.
They get that extra energy from them, but they've got to be careful not to let that adrenaline get away from them and play too fast or create errors of their own making. Use that energy, embrace it, but make sure they channel it the right way. They've got a chance to go downfield, score a touchdown, and end this game.
Second down, and they go back to Gibbs.
And some room to roam now. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
The 71 yards rushing for him now as he is just trying to will his guys to an overtime victory.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Up the middle, it's Montgomery. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. And a costly... Costly mistake. Coaches talk so much about ball security.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. From the gun, Gibbs will get it.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. They've had some success here in overtime of this opening drive running the football right back to that well.
And why not? When you have that kind of success, make them stop you. And until they do, keep going back to that well you just spoke about. I think there's more water there and available to him.
And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. 2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency. Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on third down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. Now Goff on first down.
He's got room to roam.
And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT.
So it's a win here for the Lions. And the guy who spearheaded things was their quarterback, and that's Jared Goff.
Yeah, he really had